So there's been some big rumors going around that apparently Square Enix may be acquired by Sony, PlayStation. Now there's been chatter about a big Sony acquisition for quite some time, and now apparently there's multiple sources stating that that acquisition is going to be Square Enix, and there's a bunch of stuff to this, so I want to kind of break it down, discuss it. Does it even hold any weight or water? What's the likelihood? What's the pros? What's the cons? Just kind of try to break down a little bit here in this video. So if you guys do enjoy this one, be sure to leave a like, subscribe for more. We talk about the games, play the games here on the channel. Of course, if you end up not enjoying the content, you could always change your mind later, but I'm confident you guys will stick around for more. Also worth noting that all the Nintendo-based content goes on a different channel. You can check that out down linked in the description below. All right, so before we get into the nitty-gritty, today's video is brought to you in part by Manscaped. Manscaped has the full package you need for spring cleaning this year. The Performance Package 4.0 is the only tool you're gonna need to keep yourself nice and groomed and smelling like the fresh tulips that your partner wants. To start off your spring cleaning, use the Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer to get the most precise shave on your hedges. Now that can be anywhere really. I like to use it on my beard personally. I think it works pretty well up there, but if you want to use it in your southern region or anywhere in between, you can do that as well. Just make sure you use a different blade, obviously, if you're going to use it on both your upper and lower regions, so you don't have any issues going on there. It's also equipped with an LED light, so you're going to know exactly what you're doing and you don't make any mistakes. Last thing you want to do is make any mistakes when you're shaving, especially if you're going to be doing it down there, if you know what I mean. So beyond that, they have a bunch of other products. They got some great shampoos and conditioners and all other kind of things, such as the Crop Preserver and the Crop Reviver, all of these other kind of shavers as well. They have a nose and ear trimmer, so whatever you need, they have it over on manscaped.com. You can use code JSkeleton for 20% off and free shipping. Again, that's code JSkeleton for 20% off and free shipping on manscaped.com. All right, so basically there's multiple different sources going around saying that apparently there's this acquisition that's about to take place. When, I don't know. It probably won't be for quite some time anyways, because the fact that there's now an acquisition between Square and Embracer Group, where that's not going to be done until the end of summer. So there's all of that has to be taken care of first, if this even is true. So hypothetically speaking, if this was to happen, then of course they would have to wait till the end of the summer for that to go through, and then they could start kind of working on this other acquisition where Sony would be acquiring Square Enix, if it's to be believed. Now, there's multiple different industry insiders, I guess if you would call them, that are saying excuse me, that they've heard from multiple different sources that this is going to be happening. Now, what are these sources, and are these sources reliable? Who knows, right? Anything that's rumor like, you really don't ever know for sure, for concrete, 100%, right? You got to take it all with a grain of salt, because it could be false, right? It could be just falsified information. It could be just fake rumors, whatever. There's a lot of that. Now, the interesting thing though about this is Sony's acquired recently a couple different studios, including Bungie for $3 billion. If they acquired Bungie for $3 billion, how much would Square Enix go for? It would be very costly. It would be probably the biggest acquisition Sony has ever made. Obviously, Activision Blizzard got bought up for $70 billion. Now, Square Enix has a lot of great titles, even with the sales that they've just made to Embracer Group. They have some massive titles that have been bringing in a lot of revenue for a long time. The Final Fantasy series by itself is massive. We got Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2, rumored Final Fantasy 9 Remake. We have Kingdom Hearts 4 that just got confirmed. Some other kind of, smaller Kingdom Hearts games, like Missing Link for mobile, things like that. The conclusion to Dark Road. We have a bunch of other stuff. Final Fantasy 16, which we're getting reports is nearing completion, and that we should be getting a trailer and a release date soon. Apparently, we got so many other things. Dragon Quest 12, right? I mean, the list goes on and on and on. There's a lot of great, huge IPs in here. Obviously, there's been a couple losses with, Tomb Raider now with the sale to Embracer Group, but still a lot of pretty big IPs nonetheless that Sony could end up acquiring. So question is, will Sony do this? Does it even make sense for Sony? Do they have the money for it? I mean, a money thing is not a big deal. You can do it in so many different ways. Part cash, if they don't have it all in cash or don't want to do it all in cash, stocks, multiple different things, right? Investments, like there's so many different things they could do to make this acquisition go through. The other side of it is, what could Sony even do with these IPs? Like, these are a lot of big IPs that are already successful. I guess, yeah, I mean, they're going to make money back. Will they make up enough money, though, for how much Square would end up costing them? The only other thing really that you could probably see them doing is what they've started doing recently with all of their game IPs getting, TV series, getting movies, things like that. We had the Uncharted movie, right? We have The Last of Us getting the HBO series. We have a bunch of different things like that. Could Sony maybe potentially want to acquire Square to turn some of their IPs into more, kind of big scaled cinematic experiences? Like, we've had some Final Fantasy movies, but I'm talking like actual, like, live action, full blown, top notch, kind of movies, movie experiences, right? Imagine a Final Fantasy movie like that. Imagine a Kingdom Hearts movie. You know what I mean? Maybe not live action. That might be a little weird, I think, but any of those games, right? Dragon Quest, like whatever. I think those would make some good movies. I mean, I might be biased because I love those, franchises, but still, they could make some good movies out of those things, or, TV series or whatever. So you got to think outside of the gaming realm as well. There is potential beyond that, and Sony's, film and TV kind of side of things of their business is pretty large, right? They know what they're doing on that side of things. So you never know, right? You never know what could come out of this if they can go in that direction as well. So that's kind of like another thing to take into consideration. At the end of the day, like I said, does it make sense? From just a gaming perspective, I don't know that it necessarily does. Bungie did, because Bungie has other IPs in the works, and maybe Sony is confident those are going to be good. Same thing with Haven recently. Those all make more sense in that way. Square Enix, yes and no, you know what I mean? It's kind of like a toss-up. There's a lot of things to take into consideration. What are Sony's plans with this kind of acquisition if it ends up being true? A lot of questions to be answered at the end of the day that we just don't have answered. Again, partly because we don't even know if this is true. This could just be 100% like I said, just false, fake skepticism, not skepticism, but just speculation rather, at the end of the day. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I just wanted to quickly talk about this because I thought it was a very interesting topic. I do want to say that I do apologize that the video has been a little bit slower the past couple of days. Had some health stuff I had to kind of get looked into and stuff. That's still ongoing. So, but I'm still here. So we're going to continue making the content. Hopefully things will be a little bit more normalized, and we can continue that. So let me know what you guys think. Would you like to see Sony acquire Square Enix? Why or why not? And do you think it would even be a good idea? Again, why or why not? Let me know in the comments. I'll see you guys very soon. Another one. Stay safe, stay well, and until then, game on.